Rebecca, this really intrigues me. Tell me what's going on here.
I loved this. Actually came in as a sample for me, and I then got to write all the descriptions for this lovely little series. It's called the Who, What, Why series.
When you say a sample, tell me about that. So you saw it before we carried it. Is that what you're saying?
So the publisher sent us some of them, and I just got to look through them, and they were really reminiscent for me because I love reading biographies. I love and so when I started digging into them, it was a wonderful, God-centered look at people and events throughout history, and I'm like, these would make a wonderful way to add something to a social studies.
And what's distinctive with this series versus some of the other history biography series that we carry?
Well, I did like it. So specifically the ones that are about a person. And so even the Gutenberg Bible one is more about the person, is that it brings in the context that the person is in. And so like you're learning about the Black Plague and everything and hearing and what the Black Plague was. And so it's not just, let me tell you every single factoid about a person. It's like, no, we're going to see a more rounded version of history and this person's role within their context. And I really liked that. And it is very Christ-centered. It's a very evangelistic. They're always going to point things back to the goodness of God.
Okay. There's a few pictures in there, right?
Yeah, and they're just simple black and white illustrations. They don't take away from the reading. They kind of add to it. Of what you're reading, they're just a nice little read, and for the price point, they're under $10, and they're just short and sweet.
So what's the reading level on these?
Well,
I've got the Gutenberg.
Yeah, here. Multifaceted. So they work great for like read alouds, so a story time for like your younger kids, kindergarten, first, second. But then come like third, fourth, fifth grade, they're kind of more of a read on their own. If you need time to spend with a younger student, say, hey, can you just go read this for a little bit? And so I love that you can use them with multiple ages. Each one has the timeline in the back.
Very nice.
And so as you're reading about a specific person or event, you then get to see it in the larger scheme of history and who that person was during history.
It's a nice find.
It makes history come alive, I think, for people. And I've talked with a lot of parents. Their kids don't really want to read stories. They want to read real stuff. And so I feel like this is a gateway into reading more.
Gateway reading.
Yeah, exactly. They can like, ooh, this is cool. Let's go study about this. Let's do some printing and all kinds of different things.
And they're interesting topics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it engages further research. They might introduce someone, and then a kid might really latch on to that one person and then want to do more with that.
Yeah. So
Very
gateway
nice.
is a good word.
Gateway readers.
Sometimes we have a full curriculum and we just use that and everything works great. And sometimes we like to tailor things. And I've found over the years I like putting stuff together, and that's what you guys have brought us today, right?
Yeah.
For social studies / history kinds of stuff.
Yeah. This is an excellent resource, My State Notebook, and this is published by Abeka and used in their 4th grade curriculum. So you can also, if you're using Abeka, it is also written in their curriculum lesson plans in 4th grade.
But you don't have to
No,
be using
that's
it, right?
what's so exciting about this resource. You can use it as a standalone, and if you're doing, usually you do American state studies around 4th, 5th grade, but you can use it up until, 8th grade even, multiple kids. They can each have their own little state notebook. And what's so nice about this too is you do a lot of research. So you can use different resources, whether it's the internet, the library, books you have at home.
Field trips.
Yes, and even like welcome centers in your state have a wealth of information.
Those are great.
Yeah, so.
Well, and it's just a great way to teach research, which is a really challenging thing, and ways to do it the right way, and how how to evaluate sources and all of that. I like the visiting a travel center, though.
Yeah,
That's a great idea. And sometimes your state will have a lot of free information.
It does. There's writing opportunities and even government, studying about your state and local government. A lot of families, we forget who our local, like our state governor is,
good
our
to know.
senators, or even our local.
Especially in an election year, it's good to review all those
absolutely.
concepts.
Yeah, you learn about the landforms of your state and
I
the
like
physical and political maps. There's the early colony settlement, so there's a lot of fill in the blank and pictures you can attach.
It's really well done, and it's perforated, right? So
It
you
is,
can
yes.
tear it out
Yes,
if you want
can
to.
easily tear it out. And
This is plant life.
yeah, that's
Other things.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah, there's a wide variety in here.
Cultural heritage.
yeah. Very
And
cool.
they even have one, I think it's a little back, on just your specific city within your state.
Okay.
And
lovely.
Yeah, so I know when we were doing this, my kids actually thought of some questions about their city, and we went to a neighbor of ours they were in their 80s. They had lived there their whole lives, and they just got such a chuckle out of answering their questions, and then we learned even about our specific city, which was really cool, too.
That's really good. You could combine it with what do they call that when you don't go staycation? Right?
There you go. Yeah.
We could do it that way. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well,
Yes.
think of like how much that you then also are learning alongside your
do.
student.
Yes.
Did you know that every state has a song?
Yeah.
And a bird, and I didn't know that every state had a song. I knew about
Right.
like a bird and a flag, but I'm like, a song, really?
We don't think about
Yeah,
those
that's
things,
awesome.
do we?
So now I want to figure out, like Google what my
Right.
state song
Yes.
is.
We all three really love history and social studies topics, and I think it's a great way to learn about our past and a great way to maybe learn about our future.
Yeah,
too.
and these are such an enriching way to add things to a full curriculum,
Yeah.
just to kind of supplement that and bring that alongside.
Feel free to join us anytime. We love talking about books, and maybe there's something that you've used that is just a real jewel in your curriculum. We'd love to hear about it. Share and tag us. We'd love to converse with you. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.